I'm like seeing that kind of lag. Makes me a little nervous here. Welcome back, family. Hopefully, you guys are seeing me without lag and pauses and everything else. Like I just saw the intro 30-second countdown. But we're here for the new, no, not new comic book day. Sorry, cover price top 20 hot list for today, June. Yeah, right. I wish it'd be warmer. January 13th. I don't even know what day it is. Monday, man. It's a Monday. January 13th, 2025. And we've got some interesting books on this list. A few of them, I have no idea anything about them. Hey, Robert, how's it going, sir? If you can quickly give me a check to make sure that you can hear me and what do you call it? That I'm not lagging, that'd be really, really great. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to look at the list that came out today on CovrPrice and kind of give a little bit of a breakdown why it's hot, if it's a good time to buy it, if it's a bad time. Majority of the time, it's bad. If it's on the hot list already, you've already missed the boat. And then at the end, I'm going to try to. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate you too, Mr. Stinkerbuns. How you doing, sir? I'm going to pick one book that I think is the bust of the week. I got a boom and a bust. Boom rarely is, but the bust is the one I think is the worst investment at current prices. And the boom would be, if it's not the one that's going to go up in value, at least it is the one that I think that you will lose the least amount of money. And I take it with a grain of salt. I mean, sometimes I go by percentage. Sometimes I go by just straight up dollar figure. I mean, if it's a $6 book and I think it's going to go down to $3, you're going to lose 50% of your value, but it's $3. If it's a $100 book and I think it's going to go down to 80, you lose $20 and it's only 20%. I try to, take it with a grain of salt and just look at it and say, which one would, upset me the most? There, that's a good way of looking at it, right? So let's jump right into this list. And we got coming in at number 20 on the list, we've got Hulk number 1, Ed McGuinness. We're, what, less than a month now? No, right at a month away from the Captain America New World Order, Red Thaddeus Ross Hulk, already in the, completely shown in the trailer. It's not going to be a surprise or anything. Historically, years and years ago, the book would have its highest peak right about opening day. But over the last few years, I'd say last 2 years, people have been dumping sooner. So this way they, don't get stuck with the books. So as a result, the majority of the time when the trailers drop is the highest peak. Now, I think that is going to be true on this, not only for just historical reasons of the trailer being the high peak, but also because I think people are going to be sorely disappointed in this movie. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Okay, I really do. But I got a bad feeling about this. All right, so it's the first appearance of Red Hulk, but if I'm not mistaken, it's only on the cover. He doesn't appear inside the book. But, the cover appearance and one heck of a cover appearance, so people are going to look at it that way. We got 9.8 selling for $310. Are you kidding me? I'm wondering if that is a mistake and they've gotten it mixed up with the Ed McGuinness. I don't know. The 1 in 50 or the limited to 5,000. The Atomic Comics one, because I don't remember seeing the cover, just the cover A going for that kind of money. And you also see near mint selling for 75 on the 10th. Come on, really? I'm going to try to look up sales data just for the 9/8. 309, 306, 270, 345. No, that's what they're going for now. Jeez, that's crazy. I'm going to try to go back a year. How about that? 214. I see it 330, 300, 200. Prices are all over the place. Now, I got a feeling this is about as high as you're going to see this book. This book has got nowhere to go but down, unfortunately. It's already, I see a current trend of down 16%. I think it's going to continue that way. 2021 was a high watermark for 600 for 9.8. No, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I think in 3 months, this book is going to lose. It's going to be down. I'm going to say 9/8 are going to be down to about 220. People are just going to be trying to get rid of them. And your near mint raws are going to be going for 35, 30. About more than half of that is going to disappear. There's no way it could sustain that, in my opinion. Coming at number 19, we have the Long Halloween is back up in here again. This is the issue number 0, the Batman Day edition. I see another trend, down 4%. We've got 9.8. It says it sold for $19. I don't know if I can believe that or not. Or, I've seen people on eBay selling and listing their book as a 9.8 CGC, and then you open up the picture and it's not even slabbed. It's not even slabbed. So these things will also throw off um the data that gets pulled into the cover price. What do you call it? The computer, the algorithm, which whatever figures it out. We've got near mints selling for 15 on the 12th, and a near mint plus is not sold since last month on the 9th. So the only thing is recent is that $15. 9.8 sold for 75 back on November 5th. I think that was a pre-sale, correct? No, that would be a normal one. September 21st is when this came out. The only chance that this has of going up at all is when we get close to Halloween. Other than that, unless you've got a signing coming up with Tim Sale or Jeff Loeb, sorry, I wouldn't bother with this book. But the book itself does have some nice areas to sign. A black or a nice navy blue marker or Sharpie would shine really nicely there, show nicely. The second print also, it's got some nice areas, but other than that, no, it's not going to hold any real kind of value. It's going to just slowly fade away. I think it's going to go down to 10, 12, and that'll be it. It's a cover that you'll recognize for a while, so I don't think it's going to go down to $5, but it's not going up anywhere. Spawn number 18. First appearance of several characters here. First full appearance of Spawn. It says its current trend up 0.87%. However, I see 135 as the last sale for a 9.8, and I think we were hitting 140 before. So again, this is one of those books that just hovers around the whatever $135 is today, and then adjust for inflation as we go forward. So if right now you're spending $4 for a gallon of milk, yes, I said $4 for a gallon of milk. That's what I pay at Costco. And next year it's at $4.50. Let's just say $4.50. Then add 12.5% to $135, and it'll probably be going for about $149. Pretty sure that math is actually correct. That's the sad thing. I can't remember somebody's name, but I can do that kind of math. So it's a cool book. Everybody wants to have one in the collection. I have one. I'm going to keep it. And there are more than enough copies to go around. They printed millions of these things. I think there is a newsstand version of this, though, which is worth a small fortune. That's a Thailand edition. That's cool. Hey, just look at all these editions. My goodness. Just keep scrolling, right? Okay. So if you get a chance, just be frugal with it. Keep your eyes out for ones that are going slightly below market price. You can find them at shows, especially if it's a slow show and the dealer is just looking to cover the price of his table. You might be able to say, hey, look, I'll give you 120 for your 9.8s. And he might do it just so you can pay for gas, go home. Who knows? If you're buying online, do not forget to factor in the cost of that shipping. Kenneth, how's it going, sir? Welcome to the show. Okay. Number 17, we have the Ultimate Universe 1 year in. This is issue number 1, the spoiler variant. This is the first appearance of Earth 6160, Nick Fury, and Wolverine. And Wolverine's on the cover. And I actually really do like this cover. This is, I'm about to send this to CGC. It would have been out already, but I went to print up the submission form and I'm out of ink. So I'm waiting for a delivery from Walmart. But it's gone up a little bit. We got last sale of a 9.8, was a pre-sale for $60, which is pretty good. Near Mint Raw is selling for 14, Near Mint Plus selling for 20. So again, look for those ones that are advertised as a Near Mint 9.4 that actually can come back as a 9.8. $14 is not a bad price for it. But the fact that it hasn't already gone like through the roof tells me it's not going to approach the same levels as um, Ultimate Spider-Man did. So um, I like the cover, and I think it's worth the $14. I think it's worth 50 if you can find a 9.8. Um, that way it covers the cost of grading and shipping back and forth. But um, I'm sending mine off just because I'm doing a pre-screen, and if it hits a 9.8, great. If not, it's $9. I don't care. Um, but I definitely wouldn't go over $14 on this book for a raw, and I definitely wouldn't go over the $60 mark for a 9.8. Next on the list is the Superman issue number 680. A picture with Crypto on the cover because we had him in the trailer. And look at this, a big 8% down. Gee, did somebody say that these books are going to go down? By the way, the other one that had the Crypto on the cover, or the Super Dog on the cover, is not even on the list. So a 9.6 sold on January 5th, this year for $250. Let's see what we got now. Now I've got a 9.6 at 250. That's the last sale. No sales since. Wow. That's the only slab sales. Raws, we've got Near Mint selling for 60, Near Mint Plus 55. That's 5 days earlier. Most recent, I got a very fine selling for 25. Yeah. So if I can get a $60 for a 9.0 or 9.4, press and clean and send it in, do you think I'm spending $250 for a 9.6? No, I think that 125 back in December for a 9.8 is where this book is going to wind up, if not even lower than that. So, yeah, this is absolutely not a book to buy at this time. It's already on its way down. If you really want to have it, wait a little bit more. This book will come down. If you really want to get its low point, you want to be about a month you're going to be right about August 11th, a month after the movie comes out, which is July 11th. All right, next up on the list, time slide number 1, the Hidden Gem 1 in 50 is on the list for the second week in a row. First cameo appearance of Avery Ryder, first appearance of Vacuna or Vacuna. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. How many new characters are we going to get? Okay, if every single year at least 30 new characters come out, one maybe has sticking power. So you would save money if you did not buy any of the new first appearances that come out all year long and wait till the following year to see which one actually has gone up, and then take that money and go buy that one book and not get stuck with the other 29. I see a 21% increase, but I think that's because it just popped up on the list. What's important is if I look at the regular cover A, it's still at cover price, 4%. So if the David Nakayama says spoiler variant with Phoenix on the cover is down 18%. So the first appearance of the character on a cover A and on the spoiler are both down. So to me, that tells me that people really don't care about the first appearance of this character. They're looking at the fact that this is a 1 in 50. It's a first appearance, and maybe if it goes somewhere, this will be the book that takes off. And it's just not going to. On January 3rd, this was selling as a raw as 165. Right now, Near Mint sold a couple of days ago for 90. So that's already lost almost half its value. And I tell you, we're not done yet. This is gonna wind up coming down to 50, 45. That's it. It's a 1 in 50 variant, and it's going to wind up right at ratio, if not just slightly below. Sorry. Next up on the list, we can't get through this list without throwing out some Mark Spears monsters. So this is issue number 3. This is going to be a Bride double-sided, and I don't know if that means front and back or inside and outside cover. This is a pre-release. It's limited to 600 copies. I don't see if there's a store that's affiliated or it's just from Keen Spot itself. I don't know. But the cover itself, it's cool, but it's not. There's another one that's coming up later in the list that I think is so much better than this. Okay. It's a good cover, but it's not one of those ones that I'm like, I gotta have it. Like that Spider-Man 601 homage. That one I was like, I gotta have it. And the price kind of reflects that. So it's selling right now for, I guess pre-selling for 67, and six total sales recorded, and there's 600 limited, so there's still 594 available. But I don't think this one is going to be one of the ones that takes off. Um, Everybody knows about Mark Spears Monsters now, so anything that's coming out in the future, you got to be very, very picky. You can't just buy every copy and expect it to go up just because it says Mark Spears Monsters on the front. Um, and I don't think this is going to be one of the ones that goes up. I think this is going to drop down a little bit. It's going to hold value because it's Mark Spears Monsters, but in the long run, I think this is going to be closer to 35, 40. Next on the list, we have the Absolute Batman. It's, can't have a list without this on here. I think this is actually stuck around longer now than the Ultimate Spider-Man. So let's give that some credit. First team appearance of the Party Animals. This is another one that I got ready to go to CGC because I want to see if mine is a 9.8. There are 9.9s now, and they're selling for 600, which is actually not bad for 9.9s. But that's really killing the price of your 9.8s. The last sale of a 9.8 is 99, and I think that's going to go down even further, which will kill the price of that 9.6. It's not going to be $90. Near mints pluses are selling for 40, near mints for 33. So the rolls have actually gained a couple ticks up, whereas the 9.8 slabbed has taken a few ticks down. I think that, and again, in the long run, I just see these raws just finishing more like 25 to 30 for the near mint plus. 9.8's probably going to settle closer to 85, 90. Depends upon how many more 9.9s there are. So I don't know. But it's not going to lose too much more value. So if you haven't gotten a copy and you see a good deal, go ahead and grab it. All right, next on the list, we've got Captain America, issue number 230. This is because they've taken this cover and made a slight variation to it to make it part of the poster. They've got Sam Wilson behind with his head up against the wall and a red fist hitting the shield. So it's one of those covers. There's nothing specific that happens in the comic book. It's one of those covers that becomes a quick scene in a movie. It just reminds me of that Secret Wars that was laying on the ground in the void in the trailer for what do you call it? Deadpool and Wolverine that blew up, and everybody had to have that book. And that book now is like almost dollar bin. So, well, this already is current trend down 22%. I don't think we're done yet. 9.8, so $415. That just makes me nauseous that somebody is spending that kind of money on this book in a 9.8, although it is a 1979. And I'm not going to say, well, it's a newsstand because I think that that's all that was available. I don't think they had a direct sale at that time. Whitman, UK, yeah, no direct sale. So if you find a 9.8, that's actually not bad, but I still wouldn't spend $400 for it. There's too many other books that I would rather have. Near mint plus raw is going for $225, when a regular near mint regular is going for $35. Wow, that near mint, look at that, has dropped. FMV is 64, dropped down to $35. And 9.6 is holding steady. So is the 9.4, the 9.2. They're exactly the same sales. It's because they've only got one sale. I think that 9.8 is going to be more like 290 after the movie, though. Depends upon how many. You'd have to look up the census to see how many there are. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Uh-oh, we got one more, and then we're at the halfway point already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, one more. How about we finish up the number 11 with another Mark Spears Monsters. Issue number 2, the Creature Feature, a creature from the Black Lagoon. This is the cover C, and this is another one of the ones that I just said, you know what? I got it for cover price. I'm sending it off. Why not? Wow, highest known raw value was 43. It's currently selling for right about 20 to 25, depending upon condition. I think it's going to drop a little bit more. I don't see any slab sales. That's why I'm trying to see if I can get myself a 9.8 on it. But I see it more like 14, 13 in a few months. Uh, you might hold 20 on the cover A, but that's about it. It's a good cover. But it's not cool super. Oh my god. So you really need to have it. This one, I think, if you wait a little bit, it'll come down. All right, we're going to take a quick 10-15 second break to say thank you to the Patreon members and the YouTube members, not just subscribers, but members. Uh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi. Cool to see you there, dear. To say thank you to the YouTube members and the Patreon members. If you'd like to join, you can do down below the video and join as a member, or go to the Patreon, and the link is in the description. And for all Patreon members, I'm going to be sending out the notification. We're going to shoot for this Saturday, the 20th. No, I can't do the 20th. I'm going out to dinner at Red Lobster. Maybe it's the third time we're trying. So maybe we're going to do the 21st. If not, then we'll do the 27th. I'll ask you guys what you prefer, but we got to have January's meetup because I just restocked this box, man. We got to do it. So if you're wondering who these people are, let's take a quick intermission, and then we'll hit the top 10. Here's all those people that help make this channel possible. All right, we're back now. We're going to be hitting the top 10, and coming in right at the number 10 spot, a book I haven't seen. I don't remember buying it. I remember seeing it. It's a new one to me. It's an old book from 1985, but it's new to any countdown I've ever seen. We have Fantastic Four, number 280. This is a direct edition. First appearance of Malice. Saturday is in the 20th, it's the 18th. On my calendar, yeah, okay, whatever. Think of the day more than the dates. How about that? Okay. And thank you for correcting me, because I don't even, like I said, I couldn't even tell you today what the show or the date was. I almost started saying June. Okay, so Fantastic Four number 280, first appearance of Malice. I don't remember this cover. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember ever seeing it on any countdown before. It's now a 40-year-old book. Oh my God. And it's not really an expensive book. 9.8 selling for $135, 9.6s for $60. This is interesting. Near mint, 9.94, just sold for $3. What do you mean getting? I've had it, man. So yeah, $3 for a near mint. This is just quantity of sales. Total recorded sales 446, even though the current trend is down 21%. So this is one of those books that are we getting Malice in the Fantastic Four movie? I'm trying to avoid spoilers and whatnot. But it is possible. Maybe we're getting Malice in one of the shows. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid the spoilers, but I can't accurately do this kind of show if I do avoid the spoilers. I got to sacrifice a little bit of my own surprise in the movies, I guess. That being said, if it's only $3 and you can find it in a back issue box, go for it. If you can find something in a nice 9.0, 9.4 condition. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a John Byrne cover, if I'm not mistaken. Byrne was drawing it this time. Maybe not. That doesn't look like Byrne's name there. But this is about the time where he was drawing more in the 250s, 230s, 250s. He might not have been drawing still at this time. Again, if you can find this book in those back issue bins in your LCS for $3, $4, $5, I would even go up to $5 if you had something that is, a 9.4 candidate. because just because it's a 40-year-old book, it's not going to, uh, if it does, if you ever want to have the book later on, you're going to be kicking yourself for not spending the $5 on a 40-year-old mint condition book. There, I got it out. Coming in number 9, Return of the Living Dead, Mark Spears, regular. This is from American Mythology Productions. It's not one of the Keen spots. And this had a big blow up because there was an identical cover, but it was a limited, and it said the More Brains edition. I think a lot of people were buying this book also at the same time, not realizing that there was a difference, and it inflated the price of this quite a bit. This was going for like 20 to 25. It is currently going for 11 to 12, so it's lost 50% of its value already. $100 for 9.8. That's got to be a pre-sale, December 25th. Yeah, it probably is a pre-sale. Yeah, they didn't get it through CGC in 1 week. So that's, I think, definitely going to come down. And I think this we're not done with the fall of the raw prices either. I would expect long term this to almost return back to cover price, and $50, $50 to be the max on the 9.8. Just because something is drawn by him, it's not going to save it if it doesn't have a good story. And I haven't heard anybody raving about the story of this. Number 8, we've got Spawn issue 360, the Brett Booth Virgin variant 1 in 50. And we actually see a little bit of an increase in the price here. Well, the raw, sorry, maybe not. I see a 3.99% increase, but a week ago, this was hit 270, and now I see near mint 215, near mint plus 203. So it is dropping. Okay, it's down 28 to 31%, depending upon whether it's near mint or near mint plus. So I don't think we're done yet. This would absolutely keep a lot more value if it was drawn by McFarlane, and that's not a knock on the quality of the artwork by Brett Booth. It's just that people want to have Spawn drawn by McFarlane. Also, this does have a regular issue that has the same artwork that says Spawn on it. It'd be so great if it didn't say Hell on Earth on the bottom and just said Spawn. That looks good. But this book can be had very easily, as you can see, for $2. So if you really love the artwork and you don't want to spend $200, you can buy one for $2. And as a result, I don't think this is going to hold any real value. I think it's going to drop under 100. I don't know if it'll get all the way down to ratio, but I think it's going to wind up at about 90, 95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. Oh my God, a Mark Spears Monsters book. Who would have thought? Now, this is the cover A of number 1. And I actually just got an email from the person I bought it from on eBay, reminding me that he still hasn't gotten the books back from CGC. He's expecting them very, very soon. And as soon as he gets them, he's going to mail it off to me. It was nice because I didn't reach out to him. He reached out to me just to reassure me. And honestly, I was getting very nervous because I purchased a pre-screen 9.8 off of eBay. And I see now the last sale of a 9.8 went for $500. Now, here's the funny part. You look on eBay, there's only one 9.8 for sale on eBay, only one. And they're asking $750. There is a 9.9. I think it's $1,200 or $1,500. There's very, very few raws for sale, 1 or 2. And that is the part that is driving this book. It's not just, people wanting to get the book. It's the fact that nobody's selling it. So it's literally the supply and demand like whirlwind that's going on with this. Near mint plus selling for $285, near mint regular selling for $225. I feel very good about the fact that I got my 9.8 for $265. My worry was that he was going to email me saying, I didn't get any 9.8s. They all failed the pre-screen. Sorry, I'm going to return your money, and then take the 9.8 that he gets and pop them out onto eBay for $600. But he's not doing that. And as a result, I already told him that when I do my unboxing, I am going to show his seller ID on the video so people can know that this is a seller that you can trust. I think fair is fair. If somebody does something right, If somebody does something wrong to you, you call them out on it. Somebody does something right, I think you should also let people know that this is a reputable seller. And I told him I'd send him the link to the video so he can use it for future reference. If anybody says, "Well, how do I know you're any good?" Well, here's an unboxing for you from somebody. Now, do I think this is done going up? I think we're pretty much near the cap. I don't think people are going to want to spend $700 for a cover A. Um, However, if there's some reason this gets any kind of option news, oh my god. Um, yeah, the cover A is just it's so hard to find. Um, I can't in good conscience tell people to just go out and blow five, six, $700 on a 9.8. It might be worth it to get a very fine, which sell. Well, actually, I know very fine is sold since December 11th. Yeah, the only recent sales are near mint plus raws, and 9.8s and 9.9s. And you're not touching even a near mint regular for under 225. Uh, I think we're pretty close to cap right now. It may come down a bit. If you've missed it, this might be just one of those ones you say, shoot, I missed it, and that's it. I don't know if this has a future to go up higher than this. I think we may just be at the peak. So it's either going to hold this value or come down a little bit. Either one is not going to hurt you to wait. There. Wait for that income tax return to come in and see what happens. Okay, next on the list, we have the pre-release coming out on the 29th of Mark Spears Monsters number 3. This is the KRS Eastside Comics Comic Mint Jaws Virgin, limited to 450. Now, this cover I love. I love this cover. This is one of the ones that I say, I got to have it. So now I got to look for this book. And as a result, this one is higher priced than the other one. Plus, it's a little bit rarer, limited to 450 as opposed to the other one, which was, see if I can find it real quick, 600. So yeah, this is, it's 25% less print. Trend is up 938. We've got 21 sales. People are more interested in it there. You can see that. And people have paid 165 and 162 for pre-releases. I'm sorry, pre-screens of 9.8s and $89 for raws. I think this is going to go up and then come down. I think this is going to be very similar to what happened with the Amazing Spider-Man 601 homage, which that shot up to like 100, and then it came back down and settled to be about 70. I think this is going to go up to also 100, 110, and then come back down to around the $70, $75 mark. There are less of these than the Spider-Man 601 homage, but Spider-Man has a bigger fan base in comic book world in Jaws. So I think the overall, the rarity and it's going to be about the same price. So I would look for this in the long run to finish at around the $65, $70 mark in a raw, and probably 130, 135 for the 9.8s. They're going to get a lot of 9.8s. They may even get 9.9s on this. Comic Mint loves to send them in. So we've got 9.9s on a couple of the other books. I would expect the same shipping and page quality to transpose to this. I'd wait a little bit if you want to get it. I might not, though, because I just want to have it. I need that book in my room to hang up with the other comics. Are we talking about the Mark Spears Monsters? Do you want to have the Jaws cover? I'll see if I can get you a poster of that. All right, so we're up to the top 5. Number 5, we've got Omega Man. Number 3, first appearance of Lobo. This has actually started to take its little dip. It's hype. Its FOMO is starting to recede a little bit. We see the 9.8s have come down to 350. We were selling at 400. Near Mint Plus, I see 85, and Near Mint Regular 98. So just figure more like $100 for a Near Mint book. I don't trust Near Mint Pluses. I've said that 1,000 times. It still hasn't hit its high watermark of January of 2023, 2 years ago, where it hit 554, which is kind of after the pandemic prices. So I think that's when we first started getting. Um, is that when guns started moving over there? Hmm. Well, I know we were getting leak, like rumor mill about Momoa playing Lobo, but I think when we see the trailer and we see him in it, we're gonna get another spike on this. I think we're gonna wind up seeing more like 430 at that point. But right now, I think it's going to dip down a little bit. I think it's going to come back down to the $300 mark. Um, and then it's just going to hover until we get that trailer. Now, depending upon how good that movie is, and if he gets his own movie, that this book may go up higher at that point. But right now, just hold off on it a little bit. We passed the oh my god, Momoa's Lobo. It's not news anymore. So wait for it. It's going to come. This book is going to continue to come down a little bit, and your near mints, you're looking for more like 65, 70. Okay, that's my thought on that. Number 4, we've got Lobo number 1. Remember, this was a 99-cent book when it came out in 1990. Not the greatest artwork, but then again, neither was the last one. Okay, so $370 back in 2023 for a 9.8, now 180, which is kind of high already. FMV on it was 170. Near Mint Plus and Near Mint Regular, 15 for a Near Mint, but 70 for a Near Mint Plus. One of those is way off. I think this is more like a $20 book when hype is off, and 120 for a 9.8. So it's just, there were too many of them. They were too cheap. I mean, it's not his first appearance. It's his first solo book, but they made it so affordable that everybody bought them. So just hold off on that one. This one's going to drop faster than the Omega Men. Number 3, we've got 3 books I don't have a clue about. I don't know. I don't know what the heck a NetEase is, or NetEase. I don't know what this is. I have not seen these books before. I know nothing about these books. I didn't see them in the pre-orders. I don't know. So we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 65, and all 3 of these books are this kind of format. It says variant edition rivals. Where were they available? I didn't see them in the stores. I didn't see pre-orders. I didn't see anything about these. It's not a first appearance of anything that I can see. But $25 for the Raws and $100 for as a pre-sale for a 9.8. If this is rare, if this was something you can only get at a certain event, I have no clue. If anybody knows what this is, please shoot it to me. I should have gotten more information before the show. I didn't realize there were going to be 3 books that just completely dumbfounded me. Otherwise, I would have gotten on earlier. So I can't say, and this is going to go up or down because I have no knowledge of it. Personally, I'm going to avoid it. Coming in number 2, we have another one of these NetEase all new Venom issue number 2. Now I got the issue number 2. I didn't see this NetEase one on a pre-order. It's another one with the same type of format, which I don't think is all that in a bag of chips. This one is selling for 17 for Near Mint Plus, or today, actually $30 for a Near Mint. Pre-sales are $120 for a 9.8. Again, I don't see it. I don't understand why. This one's got a couple of first appearances in it. Characters that we're not going to even know who they are in a year from now. And then at number 1, we've got the Magic issue number 1, NetEase or NetEase or whatever it is. Is that the artist's name? I don't know. This one's a little bit better. At least I got 3, really nice headshots, side profile. This one looks good. But first appearance of the Demon Crow, and this one is the highest of them. We've got $34 for a Near Mint. No Near Mint Plus sales. No pre-sales of 9.8s. It did sell on the 11th for 40. It came down a little bit. So if you know anything about these, if you go to your LCS and they happen to have some that didn't sell, and you can get it for cover price, by all means, go ahead and grab it. You really can't go wrong. If you have any idea where the heck these came from or what they are about, I've seen these types of books in the past, and they really don't seem to go anywhere. I think first appearances are better for. Um, okay, so that yeah, it's what I kind of what I figured, but I didn't know if it was like Netflix. No, this is a new one. NetEase. I don't know. So I don't think they're all again that great. Maybe they were limited prints because nobody ordered them. Maybe I don't know. But if you can get him to sign, maybe he's got a signing or something like that, and that's why they're shooting up because everybody's trying to get him signed. But even that never holds the price on these things. All right, so we've got the list that we've gone through now, and I've got to pick a boom and a bust, a book that I think uh, can give you a return on your investment at the current price, or at least lose the least amount of money on your investment. Not too many great choices here. And then the bust. And we've got a couple of good candidates for bust. Let me tell you. I am going to pick my bust first. And even though a couple of books really did jump out at me, I'm going to go with my original gut instinct and say the Hulk issue number 1, uh, selling as high as it is, $310 for a 9.8, $70 for a near mint. I think this movie is not going to do well. I think everybody's going to try to dump these, and I think these are going to drop faster than She-Hulk books after the twerking. So that's just my gut instinct on that. There is a very strong candidate, I think, for the time slide, 1 in 50. That was another one that was really popping into my head. And also the Captain America, punching in the shield one over here at number 12. Now, as far as boom, what do I think has a good chance to go up in price or at least not drop too much? Yeah. I think I might go safe on this and just pick something that's really not that expensive. See, I know that's going to go down, even though I really want it. That's I get my personal feelings out of the way, and just say what I think. Ba, 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 ba. I guess if I had to buy one of these books at current price with the intention of trying to lose the least amount of money, yikes. I might go for the Mark Spears Monsters number 2, the Creature Feature, because that's dropped a little bit in price. And you can get it now for like 20. I wouldn't mind spending 20 on a really nice copy of that. Matter of fact, I did. I wouldn't mind another one. And the reason is I've seen several of these monsters book that they go up. Let me get this over here. They go up, they hit the hot list and everything, then they start to come down again. And then for some reason they have a second resurgence where they shoot up and get even higher than the first peak. So do I think that's going to happen with this? No. But I don't think it's going to lose. It has a chance. It's a chance. It has a chance to, a meteor can fly through my ceiling right now and land in my lap and be made of solid gold and make me a millionaire. So, I might not have a lap, but at $20, I don't think it's going to drop that much that I would be really that upset. I think that it's there's a chance that it could, in the long run, go up. And if there's any option news, then we got a good chance of this too. Imagine if they optioned it and they actually made that something like that the poster. I mean, you saw what happened with the Captain America book. Now there's too many other good covers that they would make posters on before this. And before you go crazy trying to get all the different covers on this, just remember what happened with Stray Dogs. Just saying. And I've got a lot of those Stray Dogs covers, so I know. So that's my boom and bust picks for the day. I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think is the best choice in here? What do you guys think is the worst? And are you going after the netties and netties, whatever? Um, are you going for the Netflix books? It's gonna call it Netflix. It's easier to pronounce. Uh, ba, 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 then that's about it. All right. So actually, let me just throw that up one more time. Anybody have any other picks here that they think are better highs or lows? Just drop them in the comments. If you're not watching this during the live stream, if you're watching this on the replay, please make sure that you click like and subscribe and click on those notifications. We've gotten quite a bunch of subscribers lately, which is good. The channel continues to grow. And I'm starting to rethink about starting to make that 1,500 subscriber video and show, giveaway and start priming that ready. Um, we'll be trying for probably Sunday the 19th. I'll make sure that my dates are correct. If that's okay with, I'll make it. You might get the. Did Netflix get all? Um, did he have a chance to do cover every single one? Is he the Momoko of the month? um, yeah, and especially if we get Storm in the Black Panther movie, that's going to be cool too. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, please click like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think is the best choice and the worst choice. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday, the 15th. I hope I got that date right. For New Comic Book Day, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be giving away some books, and showing the books we're going to give away next week, having some fun, talking about books that we got this week. Hopefully, there'll be some Netties books. It's a Netty pot. In the meantime, though, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to say thank you to every single person, and I can't wait to see you in the next video, though. Mahalo.